So, Jay Will feeling it. Let's break it down as only you guys can. The bucket Brunson beats the Pistons with.
Alan and I are going to show you the critical point of the play that nobody has spoken about yet that's going to blow your mind at home. Alan, let's first off set it up, okay? Take me into this first part, Alan, and what you're seeing.
Well, you'll watch what the Knicks are going to do here is load up on this side of the floor. As you'll see, Deuce McBride's going to relocate. Now they got 3 players on this side of the floor, the left side of the floor. And Brunson's a lefty, Jay.
All right, so as we look at this, just look at this first off. Look at all these players here and one player on this side. That's something to pay attention to first. The beautiful part, Alan, that you made mention of, look at the hand tap on the ghost screen, because you're going to see a ghost screen come up from this point to the side of the court here. It's going to come up here. That's a ghost screen. He's going to slip it, okay? So the screen comes up, Alan. Make the point here on this one.
Right, watch there's no screen. It's just tag in.
Look at those hands.
And Thompson's feeling, this was a physical series. He's feeling like impact's coming. I got to brace for it, but no impact came.
This is something that people have not talked about yet. Pay attention to this. If you're Thompson, who's done a great job on Jalen Brunson the entire game down the stretch, look at this angle here. If there's one place you want to send him, you want to send him left. Dennis Schroeder, Kane Cunningham should be in the pocket saying, bring him my way, bring him my way. Don't let him go right. Keep him going left. You're funneling him into help. There's no place for him to go. But this is a sign of a young basketball team that lacks communication and a guard, and nobody's communicating to him up top. And Thompson, and watch the play. Look at this separation that he creates here off this drive. Slow-mo. Boom. Look at that. How are you allowing him to get back into this space here? Alan, there's no way he should be able to see this area here.
Jay, what's he thinking? What's he thinking right now?
Oh, he's thinking, I am screwed. He's thinking, I am screwed. And that is what leads to one of the most iconic shots that we have this year in the playoffs.
That's really well done. Look, I mean, within every story, there are a million little subplots, and those are many of them there. Brunson knocks down the shot. And again, it takes everything the Knicks have to get out of this series with Detroit. Now they will get the Celtics. The Celtics have absolutely dominated them of late. Boston is 9-1 against New York going back to last season. They swept the season series this year, winning each game by an average of 16 points. ESPN Bet has the Celtics as an enormous favorite. They are minus 900. If you don't speak gambling, trust me. I mean, that's like Secretariat at the Belmont. Okay, that's what it is. So, Windman, you will be here. The best news to me about Celtics Knicks is it means that Windy is coming to New York for some of these games next week. You will be covering that series for us. So set the table here. Give me a scenario in which this is a series, because I think a lot of people don't think it'll even be that.
Okay, real talk here. If the Knicks get this to 6, they should get a ticker tape parade, okay? Because the Celtics have dominated them in this season. The Celtics have dominated the playoffs the last 2 years, guys. When I say that, I am not mocking the Knicks. Nobody's gotten the Celtics to 6. They're 20-4 in the playoffs the last 2 years. If you get a game off of them, you're doing really well. You get 2 games off of them, you're doing great. You're trying to outlast them a little bit because, sometimes they get, injured. Right now, Drew Holiday missed the last 3 games of their first-round series with a hamstring injury, and you would say, boy, Drew Holiday against Jalen Brunson, that's a vitally important matchup. Except for they've got Derek White, another all-NBA level defensive player. You've got, size and Jaylen Brown that they're going to put on him. They can even put Jason Tatum on him. Brunson did play very well against the Celtics this year individually. He shot over 50% and 43% on threes. But it's going to be a tall order. The Celtics are going to be rested. Game 1 on Monday night. You hope Jalen Brunson's ankle is feeling better by then. But they're going to need great stuff, not just from Brunson, but up and down their lineup, just to really make this any sort of series.
Absolutely. Alan, you cover the Knicks day in, day out, so you know it as well as anybody. Give us a quick thumbnail on what we can expect in what will be, I think, one of the real glamour series in this second round.
Yeah, 16th meeting between these franchises, but you have to keep 2 things in mind. Number 1, the Knicks have gotten 1 win in the last 9 matchups with this team. They struggle against them.
Wow.
They made blockbuster trades in the offseason for this matchup. Nobody thought the Cavs were going to be what they were. The Knicks were hoping that they'd be right there with Boston. They needed somebody that could pull Porzingis out of the paint, Karl Anthony Towns. They needed another wing to deal with their wings in Tatum and Brown. So you bring bring in Mikal Bridges. Their roster was built for this series. But yet, what you saw in the regular season tells you they're still very far away.
Final word.
You're going to see Jalen Brunson, and he's going to have to be prolific in this series. You're going to see him hunt different matchups against Porzingis and Al Horford and pick and roll. If he can do that and relieve some space from Drew Holiday or Derek White, they might have a fighting chance, but it's not going to be great.
That series begins next week. Our next stop, meanwhile, is...
Okay. All right. Do you believe... Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Do you believe that Jalen Brunson is the greatest Knick ever?
Oh, you wasn't here last year. I changed his name to MJ. I call him Michael Jalen Brunson. I even put his head on the little dunk emblem, and because there's stats that show that, you know, he's right on that level of Michael Jordan. Like, you know, he may just be missing the Scottie Pippen, Phil Jackson, all put together, but he might.
There you go with your ignorance.
He
you
might.
always crossing the damn line. You always going a little bit too far. Most 40-point series clinching wins on road in NBA history. Michael Jordan had 4. Okay, he has 2. Congratulations with that. We understand that. D Wade's up there. Charles Barkley's up there. Giannis is up there, or whatever. Stop with the Jordan comparison.
No.
Just stop
Can I do what you do?
Go ahead.
How long was Jordan in the league?
Jordan was in the league for 15 years total,
Right,
13 in Chicago.
So Jalen Brunson is about half that, and he's half his, 40-point game situation. So he's on the trajectory.
No, I'm just talking about his size and his overall game. He couldn't defend like Jordan. Jordan's a 9-time All NBA defensive player, 10-time scoring champion. So stop it. Don't display. Let me not show you how ignorant you are today. But let me ask you this: what do you think the Knicks are going to do against the Boston Celtics?
Well, we got to take it one game at a time, brick by brick. We're gonna break even in Boston, and then we're gonna break even in New York. It's step by step. We got to go 7 games. We got to make it nasty, and we got to fight. And you got to stay out the Garden. Go ahead.
So I have to stay out the Garden. Why?
Yeah, you're not. You only show when we at the brink of winning a series or something like that. You don't be there through the wars and stuff.
First of all, I've gone there during the regular season. I was on TV. I did a countdown from the Garden, for crying out loud. And I flew from LA to do the show from the Garden. That's number one. And that was the game. Yeah, they got blown out that game by Boston. Didn't even make it a competition. But I was there when they beat Philadelphia last year in the playoffs. Okay. I was there. I was there this season for a few games when they won as well. Don't put that on me. But I will say this. I think the Knicks are gonna lose this series in 5. I'm hopeful, but I think they're going to lose in 5.
First of all, you're talking to me. So when you mentioning them games that you went to, I know that it's for work. You don't go there because you want to. People like me pay our hard-earned money to go. You got a free seat.
Hard-earned money? See, you just lied.